What's going on, guys? It's your host and the most of that guy 583K. How you guys doing today? So I have a funny and crazy life story that happened before I made my channel. So it was about 6 months ago. So 6 months ago, it was during 7th period, and my teacher made me mad. So, by the way, my friend wanted me to hang out with him. It was during 7th period, so the last period of the day, and my friend, I was in 8th grade at the time, and my friend was a sophomore, so I had to wait till he got out of school. So, I mean, right after the bell rung. I'm sorry. So here's what happened. I was not having it. My teacher was making me mad, so I said, you know what? I don't care what you say, and I just left. And I had cash on me, so every time I ditched class, I'll always go to this burger place right by my school. It was so cool too, and they didn't even care how old I was, just in case if I had the money, and I did. And they didn't even care how old I was anyway. So I got this burger, but I'm not gonna say where it was at. So after I got my burger, everything was cool and all, and I had like at least 20 more minutes, so I just chilled there. And I see a kids walking out of the school, so I'm guessing that it was time to go. I looked at my phone and I saw the time. It was already 3:35. That's the time school lets out. And the whole time I was just basically just chilling on my phone and eating my burger. And so then I meet up with my friend, right? And he says, "Yo, Ryan, just take the bus with me instead." I said, "All right." And here's the problem. The problem was that whenever the high school goes on the bus and there's a middle schooler, apparently you need a bus pass. And I didn't have a bus pass at the time. So I said, "But I'm in middle school." And he said, "We'll just stay near high school." And I said, "All right." So we go on the bus, and then the whenever I get on the bus driver, he holds the seat and he says, "Wait, who are you?" And I give him a false name. That was funny. I give him a false name, and he said, "You need a bus pass first." And my friend said, "No, you don't. That's only for middle schoolers." And he said, "No, I know this bus and I know how it goes. You need a bus pass." And then the other people behind us were like, "No, you don't. That's only for middle school. He's in high school." And then he said, "You know what? I'll take care of this right now." So he had a walkie-talkie, and he was talking to somebody on the other side, and I can clearly hear the woman on the other side saying, "No, wait, is he in middle school?" And he said, "No, he's in high school." And he said, "Then he doesn't need a bus pass then." And this bus driver was so mad. It was really funny. You could see his face getting red. It was so funny. And so then he finally let me through, and me and my friend sit all the way towards the back. Like we sat all the way towards the back, like the last seat, and we were just chilling there, you know what I'm saying? And then finally he goes on the bus, and I'm just there with my friend, you know what I'm saying? And then somebody throws something at us. I'm like, "Wait, what is this, like paper or whatever?" So I throw the paper back at them, and then the bus driver, he stops the bus, and keep in mind, they're like throwing it back and forth to me. So I threw it more than once, and then the bus driver stopped the bus like at a stop sign. The nearest stop sign, he walks all the way back to the last seat where I was at, and he said, "Is that you throwing papers? Is that you littering on the bus?" And I said, "You didn't see the other." I pointed at or not my friends, but like I pointed at the other people that were throwing it at me. I said, "You didn't see them throwing it the last 6 times, but you saw me throwing that one time." And he said, "Oh, I'll check the cameras." And he said, "Yeah, you better check the cameras, because that's bullshit, man." I was getting pissed too. And he said, "All right, next time that happens, you're gonna get kicked off the bus." And then after that, I said, "Oh, all right, whatever." And so then he got back on the bus. Things were fine. And a good like 3 minutes goes by. And so like all this is happening, the motherfuckers threw it back at me again. Like, are you serious? And this time I did not throw it. I just hit it under the seat, and I kicked it with my foot, and that was it. I don't think the bus driver saw that. And so then things are going great, right? I'm just going back to my day, you know what I'm saying? Pretend none of that even happened. And then they hit at my friend this time. This time my friend throws it at them. Then the bus driver stops again. He goes back, and he thinks I did it this time. And he said, "Look, I already gave you a warning. Now get off the bus." And I said, "Are you fucking serious? Like, for real though?" And then the whole bus got silent. And then I see like a couple of phones, like a video was happening. I'm like, "Oh man, this is gonna be on YouTube and all that shit." And so then I think it was on Snapchat, because there was a video. I think it was on Snapchat and Instagram. But I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say the links. And so then the bus driver, who was so pissed off, he said, get off the bus. And I said, why? Why should I get off the bus? Why don't you kick them off instead for starting it this all? For starting all this bullshit that shouldn't happen in the first place. And he said, because I just saw you. And I said, that is some pussy ass hoe ass shit. And he said, excuse me, what did you just say? And I said, it's bullshit. And oh my god, like if I went back in time now, I probably would just explain myself to like look at the cameras before I started all this. But I was just getting mad, okay? That was it. Like why kick me off instead of kicking the other people that were starting all this first? You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, what would you do if you were in this situation? What would Wolfie the Misfit do in this situation? Let me know in the comments, Wolfie the Misfit. I want to know what he might do. And anyway, so we're in the back seat, right? Keep in mind, and he's pointing at the front, and he opens the door. But before he opens the door, he gets on his walkie-talkie saying that he's gonna kick me off the bus to the administrator, and then they're thinking about sending me back to the school, and I was just refusing to get off the bus. And he says, if you don't get off the bus right now, then I'm gonna have to force you. I'll put my hands on you. And then the whole bus just got silent again, and then my friend said, oh, so you're gonna touch him? It was so stupid, and the whole bus they were just laughing. He got the whole bus laughing. And then somebody said, oh, is that a threat? And then the bus driver said, no, it's a promise. I'll put my hands on you. He was doing like the choking motion, what you do with both hands. And then after that, I said, you know what? Fuck you. And as he was like saying all that stuff, I was getting my backpack, and I said, you know what? Fuck you. And after I said that, me and my friend just booked it. I didn't even go towards the front. I opened the emergency exit, was like the last door behind the back seat. So I opened the emergency exit, and all I can hear is beep 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 beep. And me and my friend just walked out. We booked it. We ran after we opened that emergency exit, and it was bullshit too because, like, he literally had one more street, and then it would have gone to my friend's house. So there you have it. And anyway, so after my dad picked me up, because my dad picked me up, I was at his house for like 4 hours. The next day later, school goes around, and during second period, they called me down to the office because apparently I got a referral for skipping class and getting in trouble on the bus, and I ended up getting 2 days of in-school suspension, and it was pretty worth it too. So anyway, leave a like if you enjoyed, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me know if this ever happened to you. Hopefully it didn't. And yeah, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm out. Peace.